Good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to pop up so I can share it over. There we go. Turn that down. I think we are rocking and rolling. I'm going to share this up in the different places I share it.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
Huh?
I said, oh, yeah.
Mm.
All right.
All right. You ready?
I am ready, sir.
This week on the Media Virus Podcast, 19-year-old dog humper claims she was threatened and forced to bang a German Shepherd, but also told officers that people pay her to do things. North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un reportedly shares a nickname with Joey Fatone from NSYNC. And the infection team escapes to safety mere hours before tornadic destruction blankets a Middletown, Delaware subdivision. All this, more news. The infection team wishes staff writer Bill luck and success with his new show. We visit Maddie's TikTok Nonsense Corner and just the tips, number 48 on this 140th episode of the Media Virus Podcast. It's the Media Virus Podcast. Let's point and laugh at the world burning around us with executive producer Mike Latoris. We're going to start over. BBC correspondent Stanley McFadden.
Makes me tingly in an unfamiliar way.
Grease Monkey Pete.
Damn, Big Daddy.
Here's the thing about the Media Virus Podcast. It's really well done.
And now, spreading the sage nihilism of an aged Gen Xer, your host and mine, the star of our show, the incomparable Maddie Rockdeath.
Hot damn, do we have a show for you people this week. I am Matty Rockdeath, the mattiest of all Rockdeaths, and proof positive that anyone can have a podcast. Speaking of, welcome to the Media Virus Podcast. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share. I want to take a minute, Mike, and I want to thank all of our new subscribers for their support. And I want to invite everybody to take a minute and go on over to themediavirus.com and check out all of that awesome content. You know what else they can do?
What's that?
They can give us a call here at the Media Virus. We can get a 646-VIRUS-01. That is 646-VIRUS-01. You might make it on the show. Who knows?
Could happen.
It could happen. Stranger things have happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who tuned in last week, but I am feeling much better this week. I'm upright.
No one tuned in last week.
No one.
We did not live stream.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I was so sick that I was like, you want to live stream this? Like staring up my nose. And you're like, I was laying in bed. It's a good show though.
Yes.
I mean, anybody who's checking us out right now, and you're like, I wonder what else these guys do. Go on the Spotify or wherever you get podcasts, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. Check out last week's episode. It's fantastic. And I was laying in bed sick, just talking on my phone.
Yep.
My audio was a little off comparatively, but I am feeling better this week. I don't know what I had, but it kicked my ass for almost a week, honestly.
Wow.
And I'm still not 100%, but I went, of course, to my parents on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
The garden's coming in nicely. I think we're going to have a nice crop of spaghetti squash.
Oh, okay.
I was never a fan of spaghetti squash before, but the way my wife makes it, it literally tastes like spaghetti.
And I've I've heard that. I've never had spaghetti squash myself. I don't think.
No, it's fantastic. Like the way my wife made it. I mean, we had it wasn't like a vegetarian dish. She had sauce
Yeah.
in it.
I like other gourds.
Yeah.
You know.
There's some. I was never when I was a kid, man. I did not like squash.
Oh,
I did not like squash when I was a
like
kid.
squash and zucchini.
Zucchini's another one. I love it now, like zucchini bread and squash soup, all that fun stuff, and fantastic. As a matter of fact, we had. Speaking of the garden, though, let's go ahead.
I have my grandmother's zucchini relish recipe, which is awesome.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Is it pickled zucchini? Yeah, that sounds fantastic. But I had some fresh cucumbers with dinner this evening. Homegrown cucumbers, very, very tasty. But I did experience another joy of being a grandparent.
Did you?
I did. My granddaughter woke up on Saturday morning, and apparently the first thing out of her mouth was, "Pop, go see Grammy." So that basically means that she forced Matt to bring her to my parents' house because she knew that's where I was going to be. Right? And she
becoming a conspirator now.
Yes, but so she basically forced Matt to bring her over like a little dictator with a cookie in each hand.
Criminal mastermind.
That's right. But speaking of dictators with a cookie in each hand, King Jong. This is amazing to me that the man, like, he rules a country where people are starving. He had to ban suicide.
Yep.
And he thinks that his country is way better than South Korea, which had to figure out what to do with all of their food waste.
Yeah.
Right. All their food waste was taking up too much space. So like, oh, we're going to turn this into, oil and soil.
Yeah.
Right. And now, but Kim Jong-un is banning suicide, but his people have a cute little nickname for him.
Yeah. According to a UK defense expert, Kim Jong-un, the North Korean leader, has earned himself an unflattering nickname due to his massive appetite for European booze and food. Reports suggest that he indulges in popular European delicacies like Parma ham and whiskey commonly found on grocery store shelves. This expert reveals that Kim Jong-un is the 36th richest man in the world, owning luxurious assets such as 2 special Maybach Mercedes S600s, 17 palaces, and a private plane. Additionally, his chef confirms that he's an inveterate boozer, favoring Black Label Scotch whiskey and Hennessy brandy. At 39 years old, he has reportedly earned the nickname the Fat One. That's why I made the
Joey
joke.
Fatone. Yeah, absolutely.
He was the Fat One.
Was the Fat One. It was his fucking name, Joey Fat One.
Yep.
That was the way. But this guy,
due to his obvious obesity, is why they call him the Fat One. South Korean intelligence officials suspect him of hoarding insomnia medications and estimate his weight to be around 300 pounds.
A 300-pound Korean.
Right?
Dude, he'll be dead. His heart will explode soon.
I'm surprised it hasn't.
And then his people can eat him.
He's not a happy. He doesn't look healthy.
No, he looks bloated. He looks bloated and red. Like if it looks like Archie Bunker, but without the bald. What he looks like.
But yeah.
I think the hangry dictator was one that AI had come up with.
That's funny.
Better. The hangry dictator.
Yeah.
And then there was another one I'm trying to find. I don't want to take up too much time here. Let's see.
The hangry dictator.
The hangry dictator was a good one. July? Here it is. Oh wait, no, that was fucking shit. That was jokes about Elon Musk.
Well,
Keep going.
I can tell you that there's other issues in the world, and we come home to Mississippi here. In shocking news, a 19-year-old woman from Mississippi has been arrested for allegedly engaging in sexual acts with a dog in a disturbing video posted on Snapchat.
On Snapchat.
That's what they said.
Now, that's supposed to go away.
Supposed to, right?
It's supposed to go away. So, picture it didn't happen.
Unless somebody screen grabs it.
Unless somebody...
There's people who record that stream all day long in hopes that they're going to get something.
Like a 19-year-old woman fucking a horse. Well, it wasn't a horse. It was a dog. It was a
dog. It was German Shepherd. Almost.
German Shepherd.
Almost.
Well, yeah. Now, I was thinking that we could maybe set her up with the Penn State professor.
Okay.
And just, maybe like they could just
fuck each other. I mean,
their genitals smell like dogs.
It's a nice thought.
I mean, if you don't think there's someone out there for you, that's all I'm saying.
Right?
You know what I mean? There's somebody with the same hobbies and interests as you.
Well, the teenager, identified as Denise Nicole Frazier, claims,
oh my God, give her name out?
Claims that she was coerced into the act by individuals who paid her to produce pornography.
Okay. Coerced, and paid are two different things.
Right, but sometimes it takes both.
Sometimes it does take both, but unless there was, if there was a threat of violence, you could have gone to, I feel like somebody, a police station or something, and be like, hey, these people are going to hurt me if I don't fuck a dog. Somebody's going to help you. If I was a cop and a woman walked in, pretty good 19-year-old girl walked in and said, listen, I make pornography. It's what I do, but I've been under threat of violence that, they want me to fuck a dog. I guarantee you, if I were that cop, I would be like, okay, I can help you somehow. I don't know. I'm going to talk to somebody.
Right. And what did she do again?
What did she do?
Right.
She fucked a dog.
Okay. I just want a good audio of you saying that again.
Right. I mean, I just don't, first of all, I don't understand the sexual, in this case, there probably is no sexual attraction. I mean,
it doesn't sound like she was into it. Frazier revealed this information during an interview with the police investigating the case. 2 unidentified men were present at the scene of her arrest, and Frazier has been charged with unnatural intercourse and aggravated animal cruelty. The graphic nature of the video has left even experienced police officers disturbed, and the investigation is ongoing. Frazier awaits her trial while being held at the Jones County Adult Detention Facility. If convicted, she could face...
Not for nothing, but 2 years ago, she'd have never been arrested. She's obviously a victim, right? And 2 years ago, she wouldn't have been arrested. Well, she'd be 17.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's to keep her in jail for this, I think is kind of, maybe, put her picture up all over town. Dog fucker. Maybe make her put it on her ID. You know what I mean? But there's better punishments than to lock her up with violent criminals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like the punish, not only that, but I'm so confused. Anything for a buck, I get it, but you have no.
Yeah, there'd
have to be some kind of violent.
Well, how did the line get that low?
I don't understand who wants. I was like, oh, you know what? It'd be really great if I could watch this chick fuck a dog. Who thinks that? Seriously, who thinks?
I don't know.
I think of a lot of different shit when I'm, it's like, oh, it'd be nice to see a better view, a better angle.
Right. Never the incorporation of a 150-pound dog.
Or any kind of dog. Any. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's.
Listen, if you like watching, chicks fuck dogs, then, please don't watch my show. That's all. You're going to get insulted.
If our downloads plummet, I'm going to bring this up again, right?
All right, listen, dog fuckers, you can watch the show. Shit. All right, so what was the next story?
Well, it's about our safety. There was a tornado in Middletown, Delaware. A tornado touched down on Sunday, causing significant damage to several homes in the Bayberry subdivision. The National Weather Service has confirmed it is an EF1 tornado with peak winds of 100 miles per hour. The tornado was approximately 200 yards wide and remained on the ground for at least 1.19 miles before lifting. Around 5:30 p.m., the tornado damaged approximately a half dozen homes, uprooting trees and causing destruction.
How far away is the Schecksters?
Like a few blocks.
The Scheckster Shack.
A few blocks.
Was this the same development?
Yeah, it went right across their subdivision. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's why the headline was the infection team escaped.
I thought you were
mere hours.
I thought you were being dramatic.
I was to some extent. I mean, but we were there just hours before.
Everybody that we would give a shit about's okay, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done the story otherwise.
Yeah, fuck.
Or at least not with the tone I did.
He can't find his head. What?
Tracy Giambertoni, whose house was damaged, expressed gratitude for surviving the storm, stating, "It was my birthday yesterday. It was a good birthday.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
We're alive." No injuries were reported in the storm-related car crash on Route 1 at Hyatt's Corner Road, where a tractor-trailer was knocked over by the high winds, landing on a Ford Explorer. Repair work and insurance claims are expected to keep the Jambertones out of their home for 6 to 9 months.
Gee whiz.
What are you doing?
Fucking with ChatGPT. Right. Trying to get it. I was trying to find the jokes I had before, but they're I didn't copy and paste them, so you know how it is.
Yeah, you can lose them.
Yeah, and ChatGPT is telling me that my link, my ability to share a link has been disabled. Apparently, I've asked it one too many vulgar things. It will not. It will not do what I ask it to fucking do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to be careful what you feed into it sometimes.
Yeah, prick.
I actually have an AI story coming up in the B block. Speaking of coming up in the B block, when we join you again, it's not that page, it's the page over here.
Oh, here we go. Now, you might think that Kim Jong-un's appetite for European booze and food is extravagant, but I have to say, at least he's not demanding any fancy avocado toast. We can't have a dictator who's too trendy, can we? I can just imagine him sitting in his lavish palace, munching on a baguette and saying, "I don't always oppress my people, but when I do, I prefer a side of truffle fries." According to experts, Kim Jong-un loves European cuisine, and alcohol has become quite the spectacle. It's like he's on a culinary world tour, but instead of trying new dishes, he's just eating every European delicacy he can get his hands on. I guess the real secret to his nuclear weapons program is a constant supply of French wine and German sausages. Oh, here it is. Kim Jong-un, leader known for his iron grip on North Korea, has earned himself an unflattering nickname. Apparently, his massive appetite for European booze and food has given him the title, the Hangry Dictator. At least he's not hungry for power, right?
Right. He's got plenty of that.
All right. What's coming up in the B block? What are we doing again?
In the B block, I wanted to talk a little bit about you guesting on Staff Writer Bill's new podcast, Disruptive Minds. Got a little bit more news, and then whatever else we can cram in there. And then in the C block, we'll do Just the Tips 48. We've got a big TikTok corner this week, and I'm sure if Big Daddy shows up, I've got a story that I want to get into with him.
Well, I tell you what, we got a whole bunch of poop stories, And we got a whole bunch of dick stories coming up in the B block.
That is true.
You know, and it really depends. Like this can go either way. It can be a great B block, or it can be a fantastic B block.
B block.
Because poop and dicks. Stick around.
We'll be back right after this. And we're back on the C block. Son of a bitch.
I feel like you got some really, really clean drops.
Yeah.
Like poop and dicks.
Yeah.
Stick around.
Yeah. Throughout the entire recording, actually. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's literally been like a soundbite session.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see who can say the worst sound bites.
Let's do save. Underscore. Get some air conditioning going up in here. Try and keep this machine from overheating tonight.
You know, every time I send Shecky the link to the show, his response is one word. Yay. That's it. I'm gonna get down some AC while we're. So we'll be coming back with some other stories. I don't want to shut down the live stream just because.
Yeah, let her go. I'm going to get another Audacity window. And I'm going to change up.
A quick A block.
Yes, we were very quick.
That's good though, because we got a big ass on this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Record. Check 1, 2. Yeah. There's my giant noise floor because I've still got the air conditioner on.
I love how Pete just thinks he can not show up. Fucking prick.
I did do some new bumpers. I didn't. That was
I heard that. I heard the one there.
And we're back on the C block. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Let's not.
That was you when I asked if we were going to live stream last week. Let's not.
Yeah. I think you see my point then, is what you're saying.
Where are... I can't remember if this was the newer one.
He's about as white as it gets.
We went really long, but I thought I was funny.
That's one of my favorites. Thought there was more than that. Oh well. I know I look like a cartoon villain. I probably scared him. All right. Let's see. So I should probably pull up Bill's podcast so I can speak intelligently about it. Huh. Oh, nope. That's not Bill. I mean, it could be. It's all in German.
Huh. I know. I found it on Spotify.
Yeah, I listened to it on Spotify.
Yeah.
No, that's not right. I see. I'm not logged in. But there it is. I don't need to be logged in. Episode 104. And once we talk about your appearance a little bit, I'll call Bill.
All right.
Hopefully he'll recognize the number and answer it. But I can't imagine he doesn't just have it in his phone.
He should, because like anytime he's asked me for the number, I've just sent him the contact.
Right.
He has an iPhone, I have an iPhone, so he should have just saved that contact and then.
All right. All right. And we're back in the B block on the Media Virus podcast, and it's episode 140. And speaking of episode numbers, Maddie's been in episode 104 of the Disruptive Minds podcast recently, and that's a staff writer Bill production, I understand.
Just want to be clear that when we said episode 104, we meant episode 104. When he says episode 104, it's season 1, episode 4. Just let's not be like too. You know,
Right.
I don't want to build myself up too much. You know,
But
so,
at least that much.
a little bit. You know, but I thought it was fun to be. It was weird actually to be a guest. To like.
Right.
And also too is I felt very I felt boxed in, not by him, because Bill knows what.
Yeah, but
Bill knows
by
what
the
he's getting.
situation, yeah.
But you know, Bill understood who he was talking to and all that. But me just trying to not make an ass of myself, like, or on Bill's podcast,
Right.
and trying not to curse, trying not to say something really obscene, that type of thing. I stammered, I think, a little bit more than usual.
I thought it was very listenable. I really did.
I appreciate that.
The stark contrast between your audio quality and Bill's audio quality needs to be addressed.
He just needs to get closer to the thing and figure out where it's the direction is.
And maybe put it in the closet. Walk into the closet.
Well, it's hard because he's at a desk trying to Zoom.
Oh,
And you want the thing is you want the audio quality before and after to pretty much match what you put. So I mean, some tips and tricks, but
well, I like I said, I was impressed with it. I'm going to invite him to join the podcast network.
yes, we discussed that, and he's probably going to reject you.
I figured, but he loses the ability to get our network VOG to put down IDs for him.
That's true.
He'll have to pay like everyone else.
That's right. Are we going to give him a buzz?
Yeah, I do want to. I'm going to give that a shot right now. So don't listen while I dial.
Beep, 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 beep.
Where did it?
Yeah, if you want to go listen to the episode 104 of the Disruptive Minds podcast,
You can find it over on Spotify.
you can find it over on Spotify. He uses Anchor just like we do. You know, he asked me, like, you know, what's the best one? I was like, well, we do Anchor. Not only do we use Anchor, but they let us do commercials for them. So
They did. They stopped.
oh, did they?
Yeah, they changed the program around.
Yeah, that's the problem with programs like that. They can change it whenever they want.
Yep.
Oh, we're just not big enough.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
They want proven listenership levels at a certain amount before they allow you into a stream that makes money.
Oh. Well, then fuck them.
Right.
Curious to know, like, statistics.
Hello?
Hey,
No, dude.
it's the Media Virus Podcast, and you're on the air. How you doing?
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good, man. I just want to congratulate you on your episode 104 of the Disruptive Minds podcast and the whole podcast thing altogether. I listened to some of that. And it's good stuff,
it
man.
was really hard, but I was able to secure some pretty marquee guests. Hours and hours of negotiation.
That's true. That's true. It was because I postponed on them like 3 times because I was sick.
Yeah.
If you'd like to be a part of the Media Virus Podcast Network, I invite you. That comes with access to the network VOG to do tags and all kinds of imaging for your show.
Well, maybe we'll start a side show. You know what I mean? Start maybe we'll do some business tips on, some other things.
Okay.
And whatnot.
Yeah.
About tips on how to get free feet pics, and stop spending all that money on OnlyFans.
How to get free feet pics.
Yeah, I actually was just having this conversation with Jimmy. I said to him, half the problem with the world is this hoflation. If you've heard the term hoflation. That's because, people are paying for these feet pics. If you stop paying for the feet pics, right, the whole market would crash and, everything would go back to normal. We'd save dating culture for the future of humanity. But unfortunately, somebody out there is buying these feet pics despite the ability to Google them for free on the internet. And that is leading to, all the problems we basically deal with today.
I definitely see what you're saying, because I've never understood the concept of buying feet pics, because you can just Google feet, go to images.
It's summertime. You could hang out pretty much anywhere and see a foot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just go to the beach.
But it was funny.
Go to the beach. You know what I mean?
It was funny. I was looking at this string of TikToks, and this guy was complaining about how he was his deepest, darkest secret. It was one of those like Reddit things where they have a game playing and it's a computer voice that reads it to you.
Yeah.
So he was going on about how his dark secret is a foot fetish, and he's embarrassed by it. And like, going to the beach is like really hard for him, because people don't understand how turned on he gets. And he was like, it didn't sound like he was kidding. It's like people make fun of him, and people make fun of, foot fetishes.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't call it like I don't want to.
We have this inflationary environment because the demand is so high. I just don't get why the demand is so high.
Because it's okay to be weird now.
But like nobody would.
Like if I could go out in my yard and pump gasoline, I'd never go to the store and buy gasoline.
Right.
You see what I mean? Like,
I get it.
Go to the beach, just Google feet. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's the one thing I don't understand.
It may be the tactile experience, holding.
But let me ask you this question. Now, when you're watching porno, you don't get a little bit more. What?
My alarm's going off because I was taking a nap. What's up?
No.
When I'm watching porn.
When you're watching porn, do you enjoy it a little bit more when you see feet?
I mean, the more you see, the better, in my opinion.
Right. So if you're seeing, but like if
that is an answer, the more you see, the better. Right.
But you don't want to. But you don't want to see some. You don't want to see some bitch wearing combat boots, right? Or Uggs.
Right, and you don't want to see one of those things where they like zoom in so close it looks like an alien planet either. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to see a spaceship landing in an alien planet. That's not good. You want more zoom out. You want more.
Right.
More.
Oh, we're on to critiquing the whole industry now. Is that
so? A wide shot.
I guess that's what you call it, but you know what I mean? Like none of that like close up alien planet stuff. It's a little weird, Like I want to see smiling faces. People having a good time.
You don't want to see a piston thrusting.
He'd like to have a little bit more plot.
I wish
more plot. You know what I mean? I like when the pizza boy comes in. And I don't know why it's always a sausage pizza. Like maybe sometimes they should do bacon pizza or something. I don't know. But a little more plot. Like whatever happened to those like porn parodies? Like I like when they did like Scooby Doo. They did like the Super Mario Brothers. I think there was a Spider-Man one at once played on HBO all the time.
So, I'm just gonna say it. I guess the difference here is that we encountered the internet after our porn taste had been sort of locked in. But yeah, wow.
I mean, back in the day, porn was just whatever you could get, whatever you found in the woods.
That's right.
That's what you had.
You couldn't Google the weirdest shit.
No.
I still remember when I was 15 years old, I was cleaning out a bathroom, like demoing a bathroom at a truck stop, and this was like, you're demoing a truck stop,
right?
And I go and I smash the ceiling down. Well, out from behind the drop ceiling falls out. I think it was like 8 or 9 issues of Buttman. And this is my first time ever encountering pornography. So I had these like 7 issues of Buttman that I found in like a gas station bathroom.
Truck stop bathroom.
I mean, it was like almost like comedical satire level stuff. You know what I mean? Like they had like superhero costumes on.
And this is like, I mean, we're talking like 2007, 2008, right? Because you're a young guy.
Yeah, right. But these issues were probably from like 2001, 2002.
Okay.
They were probably middle.
Probably 2007.
They were probably center issues too. Yeah, because it's only the center issue that you would leave. Because here's the thing: when you went and bought porno, the best deal to buy porno mags was in a 3-pack.
Yep.
Right, and the front and back was always something palatable. But the center mag
was crazy shit.
The center mag was most of the time the craziest shit, like big fat old women, or women who were into self-mutilation.
The stuff they weren't
crazy shit.
Because it was hard to sell.
Yeah.
Yep.
The real fetish stuff they would put in the middle, and they figured, we'll traumatize young kids that steal them You know, thinking they're just getting a bottle. They're thinking they're getting 3 issues of Hustler. They are not getting 3 issues of Hustler. They are getting an issue of Hustler, an issue of like Biggins, and then like an issue of like Swinging Utters or something.
Which leads me to believe there had to be some sort of a code. What was on the front and what was on the back had to say something about what was in the middle.
You know what? I'd imagine.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it would just be like whatever wasn't selling, you put in the middle. That way someone's like, oh, man. Or, you know, they hit the jackpot, you know, depending on how they feel about it, you know. But it had to be something that was, like, pushing low volume. Because I kind of think, you know, if you put, like, you know, a cartoon guy dressed as, like, a crime fighter on the front cover of, you know, the thing you're advertising at the gas station, nobody's going to buy that.
Right.
Well, that's true. Like, if you got Batman fucking Spider-Man.
You know,
right.
All of a sudden you're like, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 3-pack. It's the best deal. It's like you're getting one for free, and that's the free one.
Right.
You know?
That's all. Yeah, there's a free one in there every time.
That's right. So how's the what are the stats like on the pod?
Oh, you know, we're getting like 7 viewers. So, you know,
7, huh?
Nothing. 7's pretty good off the bat, considering we're 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7's pretty good.
So, yeah. You know.
Oh, my wife is making fun of my sunglasses.
Here in a week, in a month or two. You know.
Just got to keep doing it every week, man. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I know. I'm having a hard time lining somebody up for next week. So I might interview myself. I don't know.
Well, you should interview Professor Mike Latoris.
I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that for when like I really need to fill somebody in there. I don't want to do them back to back.
All right, I got you.
We'll give it a couple months. So that way, you know.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had a media virus person on there, and we'll circle back. You know. Because that's my plan actually in the long run is to just re-interview the same people as like repeat guests to fill in when I don't have guests. So, you know.
Well, that's
my big thing is I'm trying to join Podmatch again, but I've been so busy with cleaning the office that, like, you know.
Why are you cleaning the office?
I really got back to Podmatch.
Why are you cleaning your office?
I'm not cleaning my office. I'm cleaning the office.
Oh.
He's the new.
We hung up all of Ellie's old paintings, and we got a pool table now. You know, a bunch of different stuff.
All that we don't have to pay Matt money.
That's right.
Exactly. You know.
So, you hear about that top?
I've been decorating.
Oh, cool, man. Should send pics.
Yeah, I'll send you some photos. But,
you hear about that politician in Finland?
Yeah, he was. Let me get back to my news copy. Yeah, in Finland, a top politician from the Social Democratic Party is facing controversy after old photos of him posing with friends while giving Hitler salutes resurfaced.
Resurfaced? Like they were out before?
Apparently. It says resurfaced. Antti Lindman, who is vying to replace former Prime Minister Sanna Marin as the party leader, admitted to being one of the individuals in photos taken when he was 18. The picture shows them wearing Santa hats, balaclavas, and holding replica firearms. My understanding, and from the even centered picture that I saw, that's all they were wearing.
What's a balaclava?
Was this verified by a fact check? Because I want to know if those were definitely replicas or not. You know, that's an important part of the story.
A balaclava is the garment that wraps your face.
So he could have just said, "No, that's not me."
So they were mummies for Halloween?
Maybe.
They were Nazi mummies for Halloween.
This is what I'm saying. We need the fact checkers to tell us how to think.
Lintman claims that the photos were never meant for public viewing and were taken at a Christmas party for his high school film group. He stated that he was...
Oh, everybody knows it's a Christmas tradition to, get buck naked and, give the...
around with a gun.
Ask where Kyle is.
Where was I?
He stated just claimed it was a deleted scene from A Christmas Story. This is what happens after they get the BB guns.
He stated that he was not a Nazi sympathizer then or now, and accused saboteurs of manipulating the images. However, he has acknowledged that his participation in the photo shoot. Lintman's political future remains uncertain.
So he says it was doctored somehow.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like my dick's nowhere near that big. Somebody fucked with this.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the photo that ran with the story.
I have not seen the photo that ran with the story.
It's a bit incriminating.
Well, it's not as incriminating as my wife making fun of my sunglasses. Now, these particular glasses serve two purposes, because the light's directly in my face.
Right.
Right. And they're also shaded reading glasses. So I can serve both purposes. This does look manipulated. Someone has cropped out the dicks.
I thought the very same thing. They seem to be pixelated.
Yeah. And why are their arms black? And only one of those Hitler salutes is right. But I'm really...
Because this guy back here is handcuffed to the bars of the wall. The window.
There's another guy going for his Johnson. See that arm coming out of nowhere, like reaching for his dick? You see it?
This whole photo is made. Dude,
that's not a... I don't feel like that's a sin. Oh, well, maybe... I don't know.
This whole thing is doctored.
It doesn't...
Dude, look at the beard on the dude. It was drawn in by hand.
That could be a shitty... I don't know. I think you're right. And it looks like the red nose is drawn on, too.
Yes.
I guarantee you, like that's... Oh, you know who released the picture? Is that the guy with the beard? He's like, I don't want people to see me. Yeah. No, but that looks incredibly fake.
Yeah, it is. So, it's that.
Did you hear about that, Bill?
I heard about it, but I can't see the image. I even Googled like Nazi Santa hat, naked guy, and it didn't come up.
It's a naked Santa from Finland. He's a Finnish politician. Lintman, I believe is his name. Lindtmans.
Naked Nazi.
Yeah, he could... If he's that embarrassed about his size, you can only stick your dick in an anthill.
You could. He could do that. Bear with me just a moment.
Dude, somebody just photoshopped him into like some random porno that somebody was shooting somewhere.
That's kind of what it looks like.
That's kind of, yeah, it is kind of what it looks like. Or, he admits to the photo shoot. So maybe that's,
Yeah, you never know what part is actually true or not.
Yeah, he was in the middle of 4 dicks, 1 Santa.
Four dicks.
That's not Santa. That's something else that's white.
Well, with those penises being small, you could possibly try to get an enlargement, but this guy did it the wrong way. In a distressing incident captured on video, a man...
There's video of this?
Somewhere, yeah. I didn't see it with the story, but I'll check again.
It's on X videos.
In a distressing incident captured on video, a man has resorted to extreme measures in an attempt to enlarge his penis, thrusting it into a nest of red weaver ants. The dangerous act was aimed at treating his erectile dysfunction, but instead caused severe pain and injury.
So his dick didn't work.
So
He's like, you know what I can do to make my dick start working?
Fire ants.
Just fire ants. I'll stick it in a right. I'll stick it in a colony of fire ants. That's gonna turn me the fuck on. All those little crawling ants all over my dick.
I guess
that's enough to turn anybody on. That's what this is thinking. But it turns out that when fire ants.
What do you think? What do you think they thought of like the first woman who got Botox? Let me just shoot some toxic chemicals in my lip, see what happens. This guy might have been a genius had this turned out differently.
This guy would have been a genius if things were different. Then the result would be different, Bill.
I know, but I'm saying that somebody had to try it. Now we know it doesn't work. We're one step closer.
Dr. Sornai Anwan from a clinic in Thailand,
yeah, he's on one.
Has issued a strong warning against mimicking this dangerous treatment. He emphasized the importance of seeking professional medical advice and appropriate treatments for erectile dysfunction as the DIY.
Oh, wait, so a doctor didn't tell him to stick his dick in a colony of fire ants?
Because this DIY method can lead to infections, severe allergies, and even death. Such misguided attempts at penis enlargement have resulted in disastrous outcomes in the past, highlighting the need for caution and expert guidance. I guess if you want it to be longer, you'll stick your dick in anything.
I mean, what this really sounds like to me? It sounds to me like the doctor is just trying to make money off of something that should be absolutely free. He's just trying to get people to pay for a service you can perform yourself.
You're absolutely right, Bill. This would be part of your Disruptive Minds podcast. Get the guy who tried to get fire ants to sting his dick.
The guy.
Hey, big pharma. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, men are seeking the perfect penis. That is like that. That's what they want. I'm going to go ahead and read this.
Go ahead.
Men seeking the perfect penis are undergoing dangerous Frankenstein surgeries, leaving them misshapen and unhappy. One man, Matt, why has it got to be Matt, is paying £250,000 to correct a botched surgery.
Right.
That made his penis worse. These risky procedures are driven by feelings of insecurity and inadequacy. Experts warn about the dangerous side effects of penis implants, including infections and skin damage. Around 45% of men in the UK are unsatisfied with their penis size. Of course, because they are men from the UK.
They're British.
Now, here's the thing.
Have you guys looked up the UK thing with toasters? Have you ever heard about the UK thing with toasters?
No.
Like they're taking baths with them?
Apparently, 2 years ago, there was an endemic in the UK of young men trying to fuck toasters. Look it up real quick.
You look that up. I'm going to tell this story. So I used to, back in high school, I had a friend and I would go over her house like all the time. We were just friends. I would just go over her house all the time. And that was like, her house was kind of like the meeting spot for us. Like everybody would just wind up there and then we'd go cause trouble. Down the block, this dude had a huge sign, right? And what it was is he was railing against his doctor for a botched penis surgery. Right.
Right.
So this was back when I was in high school. And we had a song that we would sing as we would drive past his house. Mm-hmm. Louis, his name was Louis. Louis. Oh no. Got a penis implant. No, it don't work. No, Louis. So you just got to be careful. Like there is nothing in this world that anyone could promise me to take a scalpel to my penis.
No.
That is an infection, you are going to die. Is okay. I mean, I have taken a needle in the taint. So Billy sent it over to the pre-show announcements. Firefighters rescue man's penis from toaster, and warns people to start using common sense.
Wow.
I mean, I've heard of a vacuum cleaner, but why a toaster? Like, because it gets warm. I don't get it.
I don't know.
I
saw this article a little bit ago, and I was like, "Damn, that's a crazy headline." I thought it was The Onion, but it's not.
No, I don't feel sexual attraction to a toaster. It's not like it's a car. I mean, come on.
I mean, I think American Pie has really, really, really fucked up the psyche of a lot of kids that they think they can just go around fucking whatever they want. Kids, here's it. Listen.
The lady who fell in love with a carnival ride, right?
I did. I saw a whole documentary on that.
So did I.
But the secret, here's the guys out there. If you've been having trouble fucking your toaster, here's the secret. You got to put lube in it. You got to lube up the toaster and then stick your dick in it. Water-based lube. You don't want to use the oil because you'll catch fire.
And you won't be able to put it out. I put water on it, it's just spreading.
Unbelievably, wait.
So the photo that accompanies the story that Bill sent is a picture of a British rescue truck with 5 firefighters standing outside of it.
Well, that was after the fact, and they're just laughing. But yeah, that's the problem with trying to fuck your toaster, is it's too dry. You gotta get it. You gotta, maybe if you put up
the article goes on to, in that year they had to say 79 people from handcuffs alone in the past 3 years, and that they've had 1,300 incidents of people being trapped or stuck like this since 2010. And that the average rescue mission costs at least $300 to deal with.
I mean, I listen. If anyone ever got their
300 pounds.
If anyone ever got their dick stuck in a vacuum, I feel for you. I feel for you. I understand. I get it. I feel for a toaster. I don't feel no.
No, you're just an idiot. If it's
you're just fucking yeah. Especially if you went in dry. You can't go in a toaster dry. You know what I mean? It's the loops for it spreads it out a little bit. Speaking of dicks, Elon Musk got a good look at Mark Zuckerberg, because Zuck's been working out pretty heavy. He looks ripped. He looks almost human.
Almost.
They must be pumping him full of all kinds of like different chemicals.
Yeah, I mean he can buy whatever he wants. So
yeah, but he's training with UFC fighters and shit.
Yep. In entertainment news, Elon Musk, a CEO of Tesla, has proposed a literal penis measuring contest with his rival Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta. Musk has been poking fun at Zuckerberg, and their feud has escalated with the launch of Musk's rival platform called Threads. That
would be Musk's rival.
Yeah.
Be his rival.
Yes.
Right.
Musk has even filed a lawsuit against Meta, accusing them of employing former Twitter staff. Meanwhile, Zuckerberg has been showing off his physique ahead of a highly anticipated bout with Musk. The Twitter chairman criticized Threads for potentially using Twitter's trade secrets, while Zuckerberg believes a friendly approach could make the platform successful.
Yeah, it'll start out just like everything else. Twitter started off friendly.
Yeah.
Facebook started off. Everything starts out friendly, and then people get.
Yeah, it devolves into shit.
Right. That's what happens. People are stupid. But yeah, Musk was like,
Meta to get even more of our personal information.
That's exactly what that is.
That's exactly what it is. They're going to control everything, and there's no such thing as, anti-monopoly law anymore. Apparently, threw that all out, and they're just going to control everything. I was really upset here. Like 2 days ago, I'm looking through my Facebook, right? And all my suggested friends, I realized, are all my neighbors. We have 0 mutual friends. But apparently Facebook knows every neighbor I've talked to in the last month and decided to update my algorithm.
Well, that's because they know your phones were next to each other.
Exactly, which is kind of scary that they're tracking that level of detail. That they're able to know like which neighbor's phones my phone got near.
Yep.
They also get to hear everything everyone else is saying about you, and they're going, "This kid needs new friends."
Even the local guy who rides around on the bicycle drunk got suggested as a friend to me. You know,
I feel like he's a good resource. He knows where the closest liquor store is.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably knows what's on sale each week. I can just ask for the specials.
Just give me what he gets. There you go.
Hey, you know that guy who comes wobbling in here on the bicycle? Right. I'll have what he's having.
You know, dude, I think Bill's got a better chance of getting laid than the son of the British billionaire Harnish Harding.
I think you might be right, because he says that he can't even get laid with an inheritance. The stepson of British billionaire Hamish Harding, Brian Sass, is faced with some criticism for making inappropriate comments following the OceanGate submersible implosion in which his stepfather perished. Sash complained on Twitter about not being able to get laid despite his expected inheritance. He also engaged in controversial conversations with critics and made insensitive remarks about money and potential recipients. Sash faced backlash for his behavior, especially for his actions during the search and rescue mission. He retweeted an image from an OnlyFans model and attended a concert while the search was ongoing. Rapper Cardi B criticized him for his actions, stating that he should have been more focused on supporting his family during a difficult time.
Or he doesn't give a fuck.
Cardi B is the voice of reason.
For Cardi B. I mean, or he just doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
I mean, you're allowed to not fucking care about your stepdad. Oh, dude, you know.
How big is this inheritance? Because we might be able to work something out.
You gonna get him laid, Bill?
Listen, dude. For let's say, I'll go as low as $1 million. For $1 million, the back door's open.
Oh, you're not going to work.
He's not going to try to get him laid. He's just going to fuck him.
He's going right for him. Because it was Bill that came up with the concept that if you could get past sucking one dick, you could suck all kinds of dicks.
You could suck them all.
You could all the dicks you wanted.
I'm just saying, six zeros. That's a lot of zeros.
I suppose
It is a lot of zeros, and you might.
Are you telling me that if somebody offered you 6 zeros, the back door wouldn't be open?
I don't know, man.
I mean, you might need to explore those options, because AI is threatening 27% of jobs.
It is, and I mean, we use it.
Wait till it learns it can just create feet pics. It's game over.
Yeah. Yep. According to the OECD, over 25% of jobs in their 38-member bloc, including wealthy nations and emerging economies, are at high risk of being automated due to the artificial intelligence revolution. Workers are concerned about potential job losses. Although the impact of AI on jobs has been minimal so far, experts suggest that revolution is still in its early stages. Jobs with the highest risk of automation make up an average of 27% of the workforce in OECD countries, with Eastern European countries being the most exposed. In a survey conducted...
The bride industry is going to go all full AI?
What was that?
But is the mail order bride industry about to go full AI? You said Eastern European countries.
Yeah, I mean, they have a better chance. I mean, those girls, you're really rolling the dice if they're anywhere close to 26. That's about the time they either hit the wall or don't.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is a report on Europe. I think that's. Oh, I think OECD is a European.
It's still that's what everybody like.
European?
But I would imagine that 27% probably carries over pretty well.
I'd imagine.
Probably.
But that seems to be the prediction from everybody. I mean, this is as groundbreaking as the assembly line.
Yeah.
Like, this is the Industrial Revolution all over again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just
it writes Adam Sandler movie scripts.
It does.
That's to put like me out of business and like 2 other people in the world.
not Adam Sandler. We can just keep rocking out movies. But I think coming up after this in the C block, we're going to get into Just the Tips and Maddie's TikTok Corner. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure we got some other shit to talk about.
Yeah, if we catch up with Big Daddy this week, I've got a story I've been holding for him.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll look at that. But in the interim, we are going to close down this B block on the 140th episode of the Media Virus Podcast. And we'll be back with the C block right after this.
Let's not.
And Bill hung up.
That's fine.
No, I wasn't. I just noting that he's not there. Pull it down in here just a little bit while I'm working on this.
Fucking Bill.
Always thinking, man. Always
thinking. He is right, though. At 144 is
gross.
Is a gross.
So we should probably pull some gross stories.
We should probably pull some. Maybe the best gross stories that we've done. There was the guy who shoved the USB cord up his dick.
Yeah, there's some serious gross out there.
There's the guy that didn't he have a shell shoved up his ass? There was a guy who had a grenade shoved up his ass.
Yeah, there's a bunch of.
There was a lot of gross stuff. We did a lot of gross stuff. It's almost like that's what we. I mean, all the stories we had about penis disfiguration.
Yeah.
Just this week.
It's like you were looking for it.
It's almost. It's almost like I go to Google News and type in penis.
You don't. Okay, cool. I was just checking to make sure it wasn't going to give me the green bar syndrome this year or this week. So that's cool. I just need to start recording because this is usually the time I forget it.
I love this headline, though. It says, firefighters rescue man's penis from toaster. Well, how come they couldn't pull the rest of them out of the toaster? Hey, guys, we saved his dick!
Where's the rest of it? Check 1 2 1 2. And make the noise go away. And we're back on the C block of the Media Virus Podcast. And we're headed right into number 48 in our library of Just the Tips from Stanley McFadden. And here we go. Just the Tips, number 48. Just the Tips with Stanley McFadden.
really disturbing statistic. 10% of men are raising a kid that they think is theirs, but it's actually not theirs. Think about that for a second. So there's 10% of dudes are actually, and they don't even know that. No, I'm not talking about stepdads. I'm talking about he thinks that is his son or daughter, and it's the postman's. Imagine if you went to the maternity ward and 1 out of every 10 kids was given to the wrong woman. How would women feel about that? They'd go ballistic.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Media Virus Podcast. It is I, the one and only Big Daddy Professor of Big Technology at the U of V, bringing at you another episode of Just the Tips. Tonight's episode number 48. 1 out of every 10. There are many, many problems and many, many ramifications that are resulting from this statistic. That 1 in every 10 dudes are raising a kid that ain't theirs. Now, this tells us a number of things. It confirms that so many of you women are gold digging bitches. Hoes that want nothing more than a paycheck. I myself was in a situation in which I overheard a woman that was interested in me on the phone talking to a girlfriend of hers and telling her, oh yeah, my man got him a good job. I'm going to tell him I'm pregnant, have his baby, and I'm going to lock that down. Funny thing is, we hadn't had sex. And this bitch was plotting on me because I had a good job. And I knew at that point, I had to stick my dick in crazy. You women are really something. This is the reason why so many men don't want to get involved in long-term relationships. This is why so many men don't want to have kids. 80% of breakups are initiated by women, and 10% of us men are raising a kid that is not ours. So there is a large percentage of women out there banging as many dudes as possible, trying to lock a check and plotting and scheming on men. And this is the reason why we as men need to be far more selective on where and when we stick our dick in it. Gentlemen, I propose one of a few solutions at our fingertips. 1, vasectomy. Quick and easy surgery. Get a nurse to shave your junk area. Snip, snip. It can be reversed, and you can have kids when you're ready. And until then, you can still wrap it up. You can still continue to have sex. You can still continue to bang as many bitches as you want to without the fear of falling for one of these 1 in 10 traps, without the fear of losing half of your shit at any point in time, without the fear of being hooked legally for 18 plus years by some bitch that doesn't want to work, that just wants to collect enough checks from enough dudes to where she can sit on her fat, lazy ass and sleep all day. And I myself personally know more than a few who do just that. You know who you are. I'm not going to call out names, Jay. Call out one. You bitches know who you are. And y'all do this. And that's some bullshit. Man, Option 1, vasectomy. Snip, snip. Get it reversed when you're ready. Option 2, don't stick your dick in crazy. Give the relationship enough time to recognize whether or not this bitch is crazy before you decide to stick your dick in it. Option 3, wrap up your shit. Wear a goddamn condom every time. Wear a goddamn condom every time. Because these bitches don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your financial future or your financial present. Some of these bitches just want a motherfucker that they can lock for 18 years. Imagine that. Half of every paycheck that you work for is going towards some bitch because you fucked up. That's a tough 20-year sentence. Think about how hard you work at your job. Think about all the bullshit that you put up with. Think about when you got to get up in the morning and fight traffic and getting road rage incidents on the road just to go to work and deal with coworkers and that boss that you just want to punch in the fucking face, or deal with the public when you want to punch random strangers in the fucking face. And imagine if half of your every day wasn't even for you. Wrap it up. Snip it up. Don't stick your dick in crazy. Gentlemen, kings, it's time to consider whether or not it's worth it to actually have kids. If you are not in a situation in which you are financially prepared for it, don't do it. Plan ahead, start thinking now, so that you don't come a statistic, because these women don't give a fuck. Until then, Media Virus Podcast. Happy, wrapped, safe fucking.
I would actually venture to say that 10% of it is a low. It's a low estimate.
It may be.
I'm seriously, because it just ain't loyal. That's just how it is. I'd say it's way more than 10%. But yeah, it's good sound advice. I wish I had,
Yeah.
had as a kid. Don't stick your dick in crazy. Because crazy is hot usually.
That's the problem though. It's where it gets you. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. No, I know it.
You can take a so-so looking broad and you add enough crazy and she's an 8.
It's true. It is true. Because they put on all that war paint and shit and
Yep.
completely changed the way they can. Dude, I've gone through this before. There's a girl on TikTok. Her name is Michaela. She's got that trash mouth, and she's like from Boston or Rhode Island or some shit. Oh, dude, and she is not an attractive woman. But then she puts on all this fucking makeup. She's hot as shit.
Yep.
I don't know how she does it. I mean, she does tutorials. You can see exactly how she does it. But
Right. No, I get it.
she's just good at. She's a good artist.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's all you really need, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Let's get into it. We got a heavy TikTok.
Yeah, it's a real heavy TikTok
corner. And I've kind of like either the TikTok corner for me, when I post something, it's either something that made me laugh heartily or a point that I'd like to make that I don't want coming out of my mouth.
And usually anything that I come up with is something that I struck backing away to go, because the way I have to manage this so that we can actually do the TikTok corner, and I put it into a presentation like a PowerPoint, right? So to actually do that, I have to capture the TikToks from TikTok.
Yeah.
So I have to open them on my phone and share them to Google Drive. And then I can go use them.
Okay.
But in the interim, they download to my phone and then re-upload. It's a whole thing, but it's time consuming. But yet, with jumping from program to program to make it work, I have to back out of TikTok, and it doesn't want you to leave right away, so it throws another video up. So I usually take the things that pop up in between there, either because they had some relevance to the video I was watching, or it pulled something randomly and threw at me.
Yeah.
And usually I like that. I think that's kind of a fun way to get a few of them. So I'm going to share my screen and get us kicked off.
You don't need to share your screen to get us kicked off. I can get us kicked off.
Just get us kicked off right now.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to get kicked off.
So here we are in Maddie's TikTok Nonsense Corner. And we're starting with this guy.
I like this guy.
Hey, what's up, America? So apparently the Biden administration is behind the takedown of over 1 billion videos and posts on the internet. So the Biden administration was so sick of misinformation and disinformation that they contacted Facebook and Twitter and Google and all these other people to get them to take down information they believed was misinformation. Well, that equated to over 1 billion videos and posts that were taken down at the behest of the White House, who tech companies gladly worked with against the First Amendment, of course, to suppress free speech here in America. Now, this is something similar to what third world banana republic dictatorships do, but here we're doing it in the United States because what'll happen if somebody's too stupid to figure out facts for themselves? That's right, the disinformation argument is something of a stupid person because you have to be smart to figure out the facts like a real man. Isn't that fun?
That's amazing. We're dude, this world is completely turning upside down on me.
Yeah.
And all we can do is watch it fucking happen.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot to do to save it at this point.
No.
And then you get stuff like this.
Know how I stopped being faced by protests at universities when I went to talk there? I hold my talks at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, and you know why that's funny? Because none of the bloody protesters will haul themselves out of bed to come and, agitate about the magical super Nazi because it's 8 in the morning.
It's so true.
I mean, I ain't upset about nothing at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right?
Okay, so they found that bag in a cubby at the White House, and they're hitting us with in the goddamn White House. There's no camera that can go boop, boop, boop. Oh, that guy put it there. All I know is that if that bag was found in my house, and I said, they would start the investigation by kicking my ass.
God's honest truth. And that I can't believe that it just went away.
Well, it came out that the cubby that it was a place where guests are asked to place their items when they're in there. So
Hunter was there to see his dad.
Well, no, like I think it was a public area, like where the an area is close to the West Wing that you can get as it being part of the general public. I don't know.
They're being real sketchy with details.
Yes, they are.
Not a whole lot of details going on.
No, but this one's a quick one, so watch for the details in this.
All right.
Guess who's the cheerleader and who's not?
So there was, for those listening, guess the cheerleader, guess not. There was a young, flexible woman showing us that she could get her foot behind her head. And then there was a gentleman in a wheelchair. So I think it was the guy in the wheelchair.
But they don't tell you, so
They don't reveal it.
no, there's no reveal.
That's kind of fucked up because it leaves us guessing.
It does. They did ask.
They did. They should give us
closure.
Yeah, I need to know.
All right, I don't remember where this starts.
Well, apparently it starts there.
Here you go.
Oh, I want a chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so she had gotten him the wrong ice cream cone. Right? And he said, I want chocolate. So she fixed it.
Yes.
By throwing it at her coworker.
Yes.
But not the cone. I feel like that would hurt.
Right. So
she just grabbed the top off.
Yep.
And hucked it at her.
And I believe this video was actually filmed at the UFD Creamery.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Because I believe she's wearing a Delaware shirt.
Oh, I want a chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that says Delaware Tech baseball.
Yeah, it's Del Tech baseball shirt that she's wearing.
So we can go probably, was that Fallon Kearney?
Fallon Kearney, yeah. We could probably track her down and
ask her
about throwing ice cream at people.
It's pretty good, though.
Yeah. Caught my attention.
When the cockatoo tells his friends about the cracker you gave him.
Here you go. Here you go. Don't bite me, please.
We're giving a bird a cracker.
Another
He
cockatoo.
knows exactly where he's going.
3 minutes later. That's a lot of cock.
It's a lot of cockatiels. It is.
Oh!
It's at least 8.
Cockatoo overload.
Okay. Oh,
Violent cockatoo.
Oh, now they're just, oh,
I
wait.
gave this
Grab the
cockatoo
knife.
candy. I want more cockatoos.
She's now protected by cockatoos.
More cock.
Jesus Christ, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Good boy, cockatoo. The cockatoos fight for my crackers.
Thank you.
Cockatoo bite me.
That was COTD 365. She did have a lot of cock in that.
A twos.
What's that?
We discovered that some trans kids were hiding out in this abandoned spooky house.
Hold on there. They were dressed as Draculas.
Yeah, trans kids, Transylvania kids.
No. Have you been calling vampires trans for a while?
The entirety of my life.
Okay, stop. You should stop now. We're always watching racy costumes.
Which is why we became costume and uniform examiners, or as we call it, cooks. We're huge cooks.
We're always on the lookout. We love to watch.
We find excessive sugar to contribute to oral sin.
That's why on Halloween we give out oral pleasures.
Toothbrushes.
We have these interdental picks.
Those are actually mine.
Sorry, those are Dick's picks.
If you want oral pleasure on Halloween, you come see Dick and Doug.
The whole neighborhood knows it.
There was a homeless guy that lived down the street. We gave him all our oral pleasures last year.
The homeless need oral pleasure more than anyone. We learned that a local Cub Scout troop was operating an apple cider stand without a vendor's license.
And as much as we wanted to partake in that sweet preteen nectar...
No, cut it. You are going to jail.
I'm going to jail because we wanted the little boys choose.
We're done. Wow, you son of a gun.
Don't do the trick unless you can handle the dick.
And we are a package deal.
We are a package deal.
It's fun. That's when Pete joined in. We were talking about boys.
My timing's impeccable.
Usually is. Where'd your video go?
I don't know.
That's weird. All right. What's the next one?
I'll be right
back. Lining up the next group. Here we go. We've got
I'm
groups
back.
all the way across a triple panel. Yeah, you're back.
We missed you so much.
Trans men definitely are going to deal with that pain way more than cis men.
All cis men start as little boys. All cis men start as little boys who are taken care of by women, who are loved by women, who are called adorable and cute by women, and then they slowly grow into the #1 fucking threat towards women. And they lose that. They lose that innocence. They get to slowly watch everyone around them just stop giving a fuck about them. Stop caring if they're doing well. Stop caring about their mental health, because as men age, they just become threats in the eyes of people around them. I wanted to like your video because you used Naruto to make a very good point, but then you fuck it up at the end by implying that trans men, just because they were women at one point, all of a sudden have this knowledge that cis men don't in terms of loss and pain. Cis men used to have different relationships with women when they were younger, and that relationship was fucking destroyed as they aged. But once again, that's not a perspective a woman would ever get to be in on, you know?
We got a phone call here on the network.
Trying to get to the phone.
We're getting to the phones.
I got to get.
Is it Billy?
I can't tell. Media Virus Podcast. You're on the air.
Oh my God, hi.
Hi.
So I just wanted to let everybody know that I was downstairs and I was letting the dog out and the back door was open, and I swear to God, somebody was whistling outside, and so that's what I'm going to have nightmares about today.
Was it like this?
No, it was more whistles than that.
Oh.
Were you whistling?
I was whistling, yeah.
I feel like I can't hear that all the way downstairs.
I feel like I hear you on the other side of the door.
Well, because I'm in bed now.
Oh.
But I ran up the stairs. I just, in the time that I would called every phone number before I got this one. Listeners, the phone number is not 888 501. It's not 886. It's not 885. It's not 800.
No, 646.
646.
Yep, just like here in New York City.
01. Yeah, I don't know her. But I ran up the stairs and I was out of breath, and I was like, oh my God, I have to catch my breath before I go on the international radio. And then I dialed so many other numbers that it took enough time for me to catch my breath.
Well, I'm glad you're safe, love. I'm sorry that happened to you.
There's someone outside whistling, I'm pretty sure.
Still?
I mean, I don't know.
Well, while we have you, can I talk about your husband's taste in shirts?
Oh. Can we? Go ahead, girl.
No, actually, I kind of like it.
What?
It's a fucking nice shirt. I love this shirt. Listen.
Yeah, I'd wear that shirt.
I don't see why anybody wouldn't wear this shirt. It's a fantastic shirt.
I appreciate that shirt just because it fits well, like in the armpits. It's not like too baggy. Like it looks like it's a shirt that's his size.
Okay.
But the Hawaiian shirt or the short sleeve button down department is not a department that I subscribe to.
My favorite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a closet full of them. I change them out.
All right. Well, thank you for the whispering update, love.
Yeah. Careful for the guy that's outside, though.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Let's get back to
the TikTok Nonsense Corner. Get the share back. All right. Let's see. Where was we? No, we already talked to you.
Trans men definitely.
Already talked to her. So now we go to the left.
Hey, if you're seeing this, it's because the universe has a really important message for you, okay? So stay tuned. You are an abomination. And you know what? Good for you, bitch. We are hurtling towards the ends of times faster than a drunk girl towards a plate of tater tots, and they want you to be palatable? They can lick your dirty dishes. So what if you're cycling through rage tears and crying tears at an unbelievable rate? We are stuck in a dystopian nightmare from which we cannot wake up. Hot girl summer is out. Unhinged girl summer is officially in. Put together in this economy? Shove it where the sun don't shine. If you could see my mind in a physical form, you'd think there was a new Tim Burton leading lady in town. So you're shambling through life. Zombie chic is here to stay. You are an unholy creature raised by the hubris of men who know not with whom they fuck. And I'm not worried about you. You look amazing. You look incredible. People with their shit together right now, I have my eye on them. Being fine, embarrassing. Brett Kavanaugh behavior. In the immortal words of Elle Woods, I object.
My favorite line was, "You are an unholy creature raised by the hubris of men who know not who they fuck."
With whom they fuck, yes.
Whom they fuck.
Yeah,
that is poetry.
It sealed it for me.
Yes, absolutely. It was the most poetic thing I think I've I've ever heard in my life.
So, remember early on in the run, we did a couple of promos with me doing what's his name? Sam
Elliott.
Sam Elliott. The Sam Elliott Ford commercial voice.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Have you ever been beaten by a wet spaghetti noodle by your girlfriend because she has a twin sister and you got confused and fucked her dad? Well, that's how it feels to drive a Ford F-250. Ford.
She couldn't even finish it. That was a piss poor TikTok. It's just the audio. Some girl took mascara and drew a mustache on her.
I was wondering where that was going. I was like, what?
I was wondering if it was going to be like a Hitler thing because she just had a very small mustache on there.
True. Like this could go way wrong, like real fast.
All right. Another 3-panel. And here we go.
So this guy got up in a stool.
Pardon me, Ryan.
He got up on a stool.
I
in
admire
his bedroom
his strategy. I admire his
With
strategy.
a piece of 4-inch PVC pipe.
An 8-inch stick of it.
It's 8 feet.
Oh, yeah, an 8-foot
An 8-foot stick
of
of
4
4-inch PVC pipe. He put one end of the pipe. Can you play that one again? He played one end of the pipe to his ass and the other end of the pipe into his wife's face. And
on her
this
pillow while she's sleeping.
That's the fart.
You did not just fucking fart in there, Ryan.
See, you got to admire the genius in his planning. He was already like 4 feet away.
I hope there's genius in his prenup.
His escape was guaranteed.
It was. Because you can't just walk up and fart in her face. She can hit you.
No, if you put yourself in like range of those hands, you're done.
Right. But also the echo of that fart going through 8 feet of PVC.
Yeah,
just fantastic. And then the delay. Like it took that long to get through the pipe and into her face.
Like I said, the overall planning of it, the timing, like he's like, okay, it's going to take so many seconds for it to travel down the pipe. I'm going to, make ready for my escape. The man is a genius.
Well thought out, well executed.
Yes.
I'm gonna give that one an 8.9. That was
okay.
All right.
Monkey on the car. Monkey on the car. Fuck off.
So there was in a car. It was a family in a car at a safari, and there was a monkey on the car.
Mm-hmm.
He was not happy with that monkey on the car.
He was ready for the monkey to fuck off.
Ready for the monkey to fuck off.
Fuck off. British kids
Told
cursing.
that monkey where to go.
British kids cursing, nothing funny.
Especially when they use there's a few things that the British use that are a little more taboo here, like fuck off.
Yeah.
They're a little more free with that. Cunt, they're a little more free with, and that a lot of people don't like that here or understand how it's used there.
Yeah, but they should fuck off.
I can't walk past this snake. I can't walk.
There's a fucking Doberman just chucks it.
I applaud that Doberman. That
Good
Doberman.
dog.
No, they're out in the wild there, and there's a snake, and the guy screams he's like, I can't walk past this snake. It's all he says to the dog.
But no, look how far away the dog is.
And the dog.
The dog's a good 100 yards.
He comes in on a mission.
I don't know that dog heard him.
I
That
can't
dog-
walk past this snake.
All right, the dog started running at snake. There it is.
That dog knew the assignment.
They hucked that. Dude, snakes fly farther than you think they're going to. I told you that story, right? About I found that snake in my fire pit, and I was trying to, I was trying to and I gave it a little too much ass to hit the tree. It was terrible.
I chopped one up for with the lawnmower the other day.
Ooh.
You said that's so proud of yourself, Pete.
I am.
Okay.
And I killed a whole bunch of weeds too.
Still 3 deep.
Yeah, you told me it was a big.
Man, like you guys are racking them up this week.
Welcome to fucking. I will now show you fucking a beautiful village situated on the doorstep of the Austrian Alps. Behold the fucking church. Of course, Catholic, with the priest currently away taking up a missionary position in Congo. Here we have the fucking school, where the fucking children learn everything there is to know about fucking. Ihr geht's in der Schule?
Ja, zusammen.
Zusammen. I must say, I more and more enjoy fucking children. They are really polite and so innocent.
So, that's a real town in Austria.
I'm well aware of fucking Austria.
I didn't round them up for the show. I couldn't find them in time, but I do somewhere have pictures of a friend of mine that went to fucking, and it was actually I worked for him. He was my boss for a while. He was the vice president of the company, and after his wife passed away, he reconnected with someone. Frank's originally from Austria. He reconnected with friends that were his and his sister's friends when they were little. And they had planned a trip, but Frank's sister passed away, so Frank went by himself. He ended up meeting the girl, the sister, because the brother I think the brother was going to. Anyway, Frank goes and meets her and kind of gets on with her. So when he went back for this next trip, they were supposed to have like a kind of a date. I was like, well, if you get a chance while you're over there, if you have some free time, if you should happen to get near fucking, just, can I have a picture of the fucking sign? You know, I'm a sign guy. So he's like, oh, yeah, Pico, I'll do that for you. So he does. He actually made it a date. He was telling her that was one of the things that he wanted to do while he was there, because he told me he would, and she got such a kick out of it that she was like, oh, we'll load up the car, we'll take a picnic. So they took a picnic and made a date of going out to fucking and taking pictures of the fucking sign.
So they went fucking.
Yeah.
Did they fucking?
He didn't go into that much detail, but he was when he returned and gave me those photographs, he said, I got to tell you, he said, I'm really glad you said something about this because it made for an awesome day. So I think
say the word
the job
fucking
done
as many times as possible.
I think they got the job done.
All right, let's keep plowing through these. There's a stand-up comedian.
I just learned something about our LGBT brothers and sisters. Did y'all know that when they transition a woman into a man, they give her hormones to enlarge her clitoris? Then doctors pull her urethra up through what they call a neopenis. Now, a neopenis is about that long. And if we start counting them as official men, that means that counts for the overall average male penis size. Which means the more transgenders we accept into our society, the bigger my dick gets. That's just good math.
That's true.
That's just good math.
That's just good math.
That's solid logic.
It is, and I accept it, and I'm for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what this is.
Nice. This looks like a good place to do some human trafficking. Oh shit.
There was a sign that said no human trafficking. It was a small sign too.
I was going to say that's a pretty small sign.
It wasn't a large sign. It was like a do not park sign.
Yeah, it was smaller than that actually. But yeah.
Yeah.
Not a big sign at all.
Told my date that I like going to shows, so he took me here.
Black Sabbath. the band there was Mac Sabbath, which is a McDonald's theme Black Sabbath tribute band.
Which is kind of funny.
Dude, they've been around for a long time because I found them when I don't know if you ever heard of the Misfits, but one of my favorite bands is the Misfits.
Right.
It's a band called the Misfits. So Misfits songs, and now they're like Misfits had a song called 20 Eyes.
Right.
Well, the Misfits had a song called 20 Pies. Like that type of,
Yeah.
So like that was the one that sounded like Iron Man. It's like I Am Frying Pan.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. Go check them out. And that was Occasionally Human.
Okay.
Was the TikTok.
Nice.
So what's next? Mr. Jeselnik.
I get really mad when people get sensitive about comedy. If you're sensitive about comedy, it's the dumbest thing you can do. I call them the joke police. They always have one rule they have. You can't make fun of this right now. After a couple of years, they move on to something else, which is why it's so hypocritical. Like the thing today, the thing right now you can't make fun of, I think it's too sensitive at this moment, transgendered people. See? You can't do it. Can't make fun of them. It's too sensitive. In fact, you can't even call them chicks with dicks anymore. No. You have to call them men who talk too much.
Call them men who talk too much. Truth.
All right. There's there. Lost my controls for a minute.
Does anyone else find it weird how they keep on figuring out how to make life longer? Scientists are like, you're gonna live to 150 now. And we're like, who the f*** asked for that? Who the hell wants more? Don't you think they should figure out how to make it less shit first? Step 1, make it less shit. Step 2, add to it. And they keep on adding to the worst part, the end. Who the f*** wants more ends? Give us more middle, you fucking psychos. But they just keep adding crust to the pizza. More sauce!
You make some interesting points.
Fascinating points.
Mm-hmm. More sauce.
More sauce.
I remember I was in a taxi, I think in New York, and the driver was Muslim, and there was a woman crossing in front of us, and he honked at her because she went after the light had turned, and she gave him the finger. And he said to me, do you know in my country, if a woman show you this finger, I could get out, beat her to death, and if I drive by here a week later, she'd still just be laying there. Like nobody would even clean it up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I mean,
different world, right?
We're very spoiled here.
Fact. After the tragic story of an unwanted baby being abandoned in a field in Iowa hit the news, Nebraska introduced a safe haven law where parents could drop off unwanted children at Nebraskan hospitals, no questions asked, and without repercussions. The only problem was Nebraskan lawmakers forgot to define what a child was, and parents immediately began taking advantage of this loophole to drop off their unruly teenagers at Nebraskan hospitals. After the law was introduced, 35 children were dropped off at Nebraskan hospitals, and not one of them was an infant. And of the 35 children, only 6 of them were under the age of 10. The bulk of the children who were dropped off were between the ages of 13 and 17. What's worse was parents were driving from out of state to drop their teenagers off. Parents traveled from Michigan, Indiana, Iowa, Florida, and Georgia to drop their out-of-control teenagers off
Florida
hospitals. After this unintended wave of teenagers being dropped off under their safe haven law that was supposed to protect newborns, Nebraskan legislators called a special session to define what a child was and put a 30-day age limit on the law.
If somebody drove their kid from fucking Florida.
Right.
Can you imagine the car ride? Do you think he told them? Like, we're going
to Nebraska.
We're going to Disney World. What? No, Disney World's here. We're going to Nebraska, then coming back to Disney World. What? That seems like a long trip.
We're going to go see the world's largest haystack.
Just get in the fucking car.
That was my childhood. Get in the car. Where are we going? For a ride. Where are we going? For a while. Oh, okay. Those were not questions that you prodded for more information from, or answers that you prodded for more information from.
This is Pussy. I will now show you Pussy, the beautiful village in the French Alps in the Savoie region. So, a little known fact, Pussy was first discovered by the Romans. His name, Pusius. All the inhabitants here love Pussy. Behold, the Pussy Church, where men and women of all denominations are free to pray at the altar of Pussy. So for those who like wild water sports, there's a very popular canyoning location at the top of town, guaranteed to get you wet.
I feel like the Alps are a very sexual place.
Yeah, I couldn't find a dick town just yet, but then again, I wasn't looking that.
I was gonna say that sounds like a great travel itinerary. First, we're gonna go to fucking, then we're gonna go to pussy, and we're gonna go to dick.
Fucking pussy dick.
All right.
All right.
Here we go. Oh, this guy was fun.
You remember that old saying? There's no such thing as a stupid question? Myth busted. I was ready. I had a bag of stupid questions. I was like, how come when you buy a pair of shoes, you get 2 shoes, but you only get 1 bird when you buy a pair of keys?
It's a damn good question. It's a damn good question.
Do you remember that turtle sparked 20 countries to ban straws, but it was all a lie. Here's the story. In 2015, marine biologist Christine Figgener posts our turtle video. It's got over 100 million views. Massachusetts 8-year-old Milo Crest wants to help, so he does a study.
We use about 500 million straws in the U.S. every day.
Sad animal, plus a cute kid, plus an enormous statistic. It's a goddamn viral powder keg. Celebrities jump in. Straw Karens, go wild! Washington, D.C. literally has a straw cop. But wait, surely this was all based on independent, hard evidence. No, we use 3 times less straws than Milo said. They're only 0.02% of plastic waste. But maybe there's still a turtle genocide. No, less than 100, probably 25. But paper and metal straws are still better for the environment, right? They have 40 to 600 times the carbon footprint of plastic.
It's a scam. It's all a scam.
Everything's a fucking scam, dude. You know, remember when they switched from paper bags to plastic to save the environment?
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's 20 years later, or 30 years later, we're fucking switching from plastic to paper to save the environment.
Is there?
Oh, wait, hang on, because this guy is fucking fantastic.
North Carolina.
Okay.
Because I don't think he has any fucking idea what did you just skip?
It's another tequila sunrise. Staring slow.
Stop.
It's just a fucking squirrel with a little mini bottle of Jack.
All right, so.
Well, to him, it's a big bottle of Jack.
You were saying about your buddy here.
This guy's fantastic because I think that he thinks TikTok is like Snapchat or something. I don't know if he understands because I went through his thing. I went through his whole, and he plays the games and uses the filters, but doesn't add any. Like he came up on my For You page with absolutely no hashtags. No, he's got nothing. And what is his name?
Sway J is in the house.
All right. You ready for this? This is what he posted. This was showed up on my For You page. This showed up. This is TikTok. Ready? What the fuck?
Why did it do that? Try this again. There we go.
Is there anybody in Cliffside, North Carolina, have any tree for sale? I'm a cool dude.
Sway J.
I am awesome. I ain't no cop. I'm respectful. And I stay true to myself. All I want is some tree. That's all.
Trying to buy weed.
Yeah.
That's all.
On TikTok. Hang on.
Some tree. I've got $30 right now. 10 is on my Cash App. The 20 is in hand.
It's the whole.
He's waiting for an answer.
It almost seems like he is. I'm like, what? Can anybody? Now he looks to be a younger man,
but he
from the forehead up.
But he clearly is missing a number of teeth.
No, all of them.
Yeah,
like his face is
got
sunk.
summer teeth.
Yeah, no,
You don't even have summer teeth.
His face is sunk in. He's missing most, if not all of them. Yeah, he's.
I was blown away by that guy. Like, why would you plead TikTok?
Yeah, I don't understand how that.
And who's going to respond to you on TikTok? Like, I don't feel like TikTok is one of those social media apps that like invites conversation. Maybe, I know you're supposed to, but for me, it's just doom scroll. I watch one video funny. I watch another video funny. Maybe I'll hit the like. Very, very, very few and far between do I comment or send. I've never sent like a rebuttal comment video. Like, I've never done that. And I can't imagine the response that guy is getting from his plea to buy weed on TikTok. All right, let's keep going.
This one I really liked. Made me think of you and Steph.
No! I like it!
Run around with a vacuum fucking with people.
It's the same guy.
Morning, mate. Hello, mate. Peace. What are you doing? What are you doing, man?
He just keeps doing it to the same people.
Oh, no! Oh!
India.
It's a very hungry Hoover!
Stick it in that whole thing, son.
I tell you, it's good!
Well done. How are we going to build it now?
I like it.
I would have stabbed that guy in the hand.
Yeah, I mean,
wasn't looking. That definitely deserves a rebuttal. It's just a guy walk around fucking with one guy with a vacuum. I would just, oh my god,
he sucked eggs right out of the pan.
I don't want to see the inside of that shop vac.
No, or whatever goes in it. I think this is our last one.
It's another tequila sunrise.
Just a
squirrel
with a liquor showing it.
He's got a little airline bottle of Cuervo.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's the TMVP squirrel.
That's right.
And that was the last one.
All right. Well, that's it for this TikTok corner. How was your adventure there, Pete? What did you do that was so much more important than being on the show?
My friend decided to go see a movie, so I went with him.
What'd you
Thinking
see?
I'd be back, sooner, but not.
What did you see?
I saw the Indiana Jones movie.
Is it good?
It was wonderful.
Wonderful.
Excellent movie.
So you're pleased with it?
I was very pleased.
All right. So on a scale of let's say on a scale of Temple of Doom to Crystal Skull, Temple of Doom was probably the best one. Just because they ripped that guy's heart out was pretty awesome. And the shootout scene in Little Round, I thought that was pretty.
Yeah.
What is it better than Crystal Skull? Did you see Crystal Skull?
I did. I've seen them all.
Okay.
I haven't seen it recently, so.
Shia LaBeouf was in it.
Yes, Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, I'd have to say. I'd have to say it's on par with Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skull was not a very good movie, in my opinion. I think
I
Temple
thought you
of
said
Doom
it was the best one.
No, Temple of Doom is better.
Temple of Doom is the best one.
I'm sorry, Temple of Doom.
Well, the first one is probably the best one.
Oh yeah, the
Raiders
first
of
one.
the Lost Ark.
It's
they're
a
all
classic.
fucking. All right, the first three are all fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
The one with Sean Connery was my favorite. The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
That was by far my favorite. I thought that was cool.
Well, Sean Connery's awesome as his dad.
Sean Connery.
They pay homage to his dad.
And I'll have to check it out. But it's worth seeing.
Absolutely check it out.
Indiana was the dog.
Named after the dog. All right. So that's Pete's review on Indiana Jones. And what's it called?
And the Dial of Destiny.
Indiana Jones. Go ahead.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
See that? You can't do it better than that. All right. Well, I think that is episode 140. I think we've accomplished the mission.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember, you can always give us a call, 1-646-VIRUS-01. That's 1-646-VIRUS-01. You may have heard the lovely and talented Mrs. Rockdef call in and tell Maddie to be careful for the whistler in the yard. You can always check us out at themediavirus.com and on our socials. We're out there on the socials. On behalf of Pete and our fearless leader, Maddie Rockdef, I'm Professor Mike Latoris, coming from to you live high atop Uncle Butch Studios. This has been the Media Virus Podcast, and we will see you with episode 141, but we're going to make you wait until next Wednesday night, and we'll have a real good time doing it. Zamboni driver. That's what he did. He was a Zamboni driver.